Your home is one of the largest investments in life. Why not protect it and improve it? The Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program is a neighborhood stabilization program that can help you protect and improve your home. If you want to learn more, take a listen to this episode of Move Ahead with Dahlia. Hello, ladies.
Hi there. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I would love for you to introduce yourselves and then tell me about your organization.
Awesome. My name is Ivy Ellis, and I'm so delighted to be here. I am the Executive Director of Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program.
Yes, and my name is Laura Miller. I am the Community Relations Coordinator at Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program.
Wonderful, wonderful. Tell me about the organization.
Sure. Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program was established by state law in 1989, and we were established to be a neighborhood stabilization program situated on the Northwest Corridor of Chicago. Our main mission is to make sure that neighbors are able to stay in their home, and that's the purpose and the mission and the vision that we continue to strive for. So we have some very exciting programs that we have that helps neighbors stay in their home and let people feel comfortable. So the original program, which is the Guaranteed Home Program, which we were founded under, allows people to, once they join our program, set a baseline. After 5 years of being in our program, they decide to move and their house falls below market, we're able to cut them a check for the difference. So that is our vision of continuing to make sure that people feel at home, they feel safe, that their house is assured. So that's pretty much the baseline and the history of our program.
Wow, that's wonderful. So what locations are these programs at?
So we are in about 12 neighborhoods, and we have a portion of Portage Park, Jefferson Park, Logan Square, Belmont Craigie.
I'm in Avondale. I think you have
Avondale
Avondale on the list.
Galewood.
Okay.
It's so many. I always struggle to get them all, but essentially.
But that's the Northwest side,
so the Northwest
right?
corridor. So essentially, the best way to find out if neighbors are in our area is to go onto our website to the Boundaries tab.
Okay.
And you can actually go in there and type in your address and determine if you're within our districts.
Okay, wonderful. And what is the website?
It's www.nwheap.com.
You know, Laura, another good way for people to realize if they're a member, check your tax bill. So if you, for some reason, are having trouble getting on our website, or your address is not showing up, or you just don't fall within the boundaries, you may fall within our boundaries. On your tax bill at the very top, like where you see where the municipalities are, so you see like the schools, or you see the water reclamation department, right there, if it says Northwest Home Equity Assurance Program, then you are in our taxing district.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to check that.
Yes.
But I'm in Avondale, so I think I'm in that area. But that's great. That's another good tip. So the website is nwheap.com. Okay, wonderful. Now, is it easy to join?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So once you've actually determined that you are qualifying and eligible for your neighborhood and your property, all you have to do is come into our office or go onto our website and apply for membership. And actually, right now, we're running a promo through the end of July. It's July, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we've actually cut the fraction of our membership cost by 50%, so it's only $75 to enroll into the program. And it's actually a lifetime enrollment, so you don't have to pay for that anymore. So one-time fee, and you can be eligible for our multiple programs, which includes the Guaranteed Home Program, as well as the Home Improvement Loan. And if you are struggling with your delinquent taxes, we have a delinquent tax grant also.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah.
Property taxes skyrocketed,
Yes.
Unfortunately. And that is an excellent benefit, right? So how does the tax program work?
So the tax program, so for the delinquent tax program, anybody who lives within the boundaries are able to receive up to $5,000 grant towards their delinquent taxes, which is paid directly to either the treasurer or the clerk, kind of depending on where you're at in the delinquency process. We have, of course, partnered with Northwest Home. I mean, it's not us, Northwest Center. We partner with Northwest Center, who will supply financial counseling. So a part of that is to allow people to get the financial counseling to kind of see where those loopholes and barriers are and decide if you're able to stay in a home or if you want to sell. What we want people to do if they do decide to sell when they're ready, without having to get put out of their home because a developer has taken over their taxes, which we all know is a tax lien. So we try to get people that are in either the redemption process where they still have those 2.5 years, or if they're just, behind on their taxes. So anybody who's behind can actually call our office and receive that $5,000 grant.
That's amazing. So you mentioned something about a 5-year period once you become a member, and how does that work?
So that 5-year period is for our guaranteed home program.
Okay.
So if you come under delinquent tax, of course, you can sell, but you will not be able to take the benefits of the program. So the benefit of the program is to say, let's say your baseline is $200,000. Right. That's when we send our appraiser out. He comes back and say, hey, the house appraised at $200,000. 5 years from now, you decide, hey, Chicago's way too cold for me. I rather live in Arizona, and your house sells for $150,000. We're able to cut you a check for that $50,000 loss that you've incurred.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really interesting idea. And you mentioned earlier before the podcast that this program is Northwest, but there's 2 other sections of Chicago that have the same program, right?
Correct. It is one on the southwest side, which is located a little closer to Midway, and there's one on southwest also, but that one's closer to Ashburn.
Okay. Yeah, that's really important. I'm, as a realtor, I want to make sure that I share that benefit with anyone that's buying, and this is something I should have in my buyer's folder.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is such an interesting program. So can you explain what types of financial assistance, aside from, like you mentioned, the tax, if they're behind on their taxes? There's something with an equity, right? How does the equity program work?
So that's our guaranteed home program.
Oh, it is?
Yes, but the other program you may be thinking about is our home improvement loan program.
Yes, I'm sorry, that's the one.
No worries. So our home improvement loan programs allows our members to take advantage of zero to low interest home improvement loans. So how that works is our 0% goes from $5,000 to $15,000. And then yes, 15. Yeah. And then our 2% is from 15 to 20,000. And then our 3.5 is from 20 to 30,000. So, and we just changed those rates in July 2023 to allow people to have a little bit more under the 0%. So again, if you want to do a home project, and it could be a DIY, so it's not that we have any type of barriers for people.
Okay.
You could, as long as it's towards a home improvement, you can take it and you can go build that kitchen you always wanted at 0% if that's what you want to do. And the wonderful thing about our loans, once you pay it off, you can take it back out. So you can take it out as many times as you want. We do not have a cap on how many times you can take out a loan as long as it's paid back.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we say turn your home, your starter home, into your dream home.
Yeah.
A lot of times we look at things in our home and we're like, you know what, I really hate this bathroom, I really hate this bedroom. And a lot of times the price point associated with home equity loans are much higher than we offer.
Yes.
So the fact that you can continue to do that and envision a new reality in your home is kind of why we want to stabilize you for your neighbors, right? It's a home stabilization program. So we need you to be comfortable where you are, right? Yeah. It's super important to do.
Absolutely. So as a realtor, I get calls from past clients that ask about home equity loans. And a lot of times, when I tell them, well, check with your lender, check with your neighborhood bank, their home equity line will be a prime rate, which the rates are, right now they're 7, so a prime rate might be 5 for the equity line, and that fluctuates.
Yes.
So with this equity, it doesn't fluctuate?
No, we pay the prime for you. So if it's at 0%, our office pays that on your behalf. So that's how we're able to keep it just a flat rate for all of our tiers. So we pay that. So if it fluctuates, they'll never know. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And it's specific banks that you are working with, right?
So right now we are with Marquette Bank. That's our specific bank that we use for this program. we are bringing on another bank, so fingers crossed, and we'll release that information once all the ink is signed.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so why was this program created? Like, clearly it has to do with neighborhood stabilization, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it was created in 1989, again, by the Southwest Federation. And it started both Southwest and Northwest. So it was a group of neighborhood people who wanted to make sure that their homes were able to stay. They wanted to be able to stay in place. They wanted to make sure that their neighborhoods sustained. So they created this program, and through their vision and visionaries, here we are with more programs and more offerings for people to make sure that people are able to stay in their home and stay comfortable, like Laura said, in their home. So re-envisioning and redoing their home as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. And honestly, I wish I would have gotten you here last year.
Right.
This is such important information for homeowners and for future buyers.
Absolutely.
This is probably something that at a homebuyer workshop, they should be presented with this already. Do you have that, is that something that you're doing or?
It is. So with our partnership with Northwest Center, and I'm not sure if they've started back their home ownership, we do a lot of times go to their home ownership, first time home buyers program, and tell them kind of about this benefit. And we also tell them about the Southwest side for those who may not want to move Northwest. We don't want to tell people where to move, but we want them to know the benefits of the neighborhoods that they're moving in. So we're able to say, hey, these are the neighborhoods that this happens in on Northwest, and then this is the number to Southwest, so you get those exact neighborhoods as well.
Yeah, I mean, the guarantee is amazing, but the fact that it also helps if you fall behind on your taxes. It also helps if you, have a desire to upgrade something in your home, or if your roof is leaking, you have the opportunity to get that equity line.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And something that we have coming down a pipeline that we're just waiting for the governor to sign is we will be able to assist people with flood prevention. So we'll be able to rebate those who decide to put in some type of flood prevention into their home. We'll be able to essentially at some point give them a rebate on the amount that they spent on that. So that is forthcoming, something we'll be working in 2025.
That is incredible.
Yeah, we did that in partnership with State Rep LaPointe.
Yes, State Rep LaPointe, State Rep Delgado, State Rep Gazzardi, as well as Senator Martwick pushed it through the Senate. So we appreciate all of their hard work.
So that's going to be like a flood prevention program to help them in some form funding what they're doing in terms of improvements to prevent flooding.
So incentivize people to put in prevention for flooding in the area. We know this is one of the hardest hit areas when it comes to flooding. So being able to have them get ahead of it, put in those systems to stop flooding in their home, and then we'll be able to give them some type of incentive back for doing that. Yeah.
And it's so reasonably, like right now you said the cost is going to be only $75 through July for the membership.
Yeah, and as the community relations coordinator, it's my job to kind of simplify the story, right? Because you just bought a house. You might not necessarily be thinking down the pipeline, I want to sell this in 7 years. So that might not romanticize the program. But I also say, hey, you already redid your bathroom a couple of years ago. Wouldn't you like to receive appraisal to see how much it is or how much it's worth now? Right now, that's only $75. That's right. So that includes your membership within the program, and also it covers your appraisal. There's no additional cost on our end or yours for that.
Okay, and so if I have a client who's buying a home and they are closing next week, so they already have an appraisal, right? Their appraisal was done during the loan process. So that can be used instead of them another appraisal being ordered.
That's true. It has to be 6 months or less. So we'll take any appraisal 6 months or less, and that'll waive that $75 fee. Now, if it's over the 6 month mark, we will ask that we send out another appraiser.
But that's super reasonable.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
with that, that's incredible. That I thought it would be like $75 a month. It's only a one-time fee.
It's a one-time fee.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's our appraisal fee, truthfully. So I mean, we cover a majority of the appraisal. So people and our appraisers they're bonded, so people use it for others. Some people have come and used their appraisals even for their real estate, so they'll come use ours because it's $75 moving forward as a member. So that'll always be your fee. So if you want us to come get an additional appraisal, we only charge you $75 to get an appraisal with our appraisers.
Okay,
So
I need to put that also on the list of benefits.
Yeah,
so an appraisal is only $75 if you're a member.
Yeah.
Correct.
So figure this. You become a member, you pay your $75. You just owned your home. You just purchased it. You don't need an appraisal right now.
Right.
Then you decide, when you pick this home, you wanted to renovate the kitchen, right? You come to us, you get the home improvement loan. Then after you've sat on it for a while, now you want a new appraisal to see how your value has increased since you had the renovation. Also things that you can receive within the program.
Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. We often find that people think it's too good to be true until they're signing the membership papers and they're like, okay, we believe you now. It's one of the most common things that we run into.
Yeah, that is too good to be true.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's absolutely not.
No, we've been around for
since the 80s.
Yeah, since 89, so we're almost 40.
And I've heard of your organization, and I always thought it was basically the guarantee. I didn't realize that it had all these other parts of it.
So these parts came about in 2018. So when I got there, we introduced the home improvement loan program.
Okay.
Then in 2021, we introduced the delinquent tax program. And now in 2024, going into 2025, we'll be introducing the rebate program for flooding. So, yeah.
That's part
We've
of the
been
reason.
busy.
Yeah, that's part of the reason that makes Ivy a great executive director, because having the foresight to know that in order to maintain visibility, in order to maintain interest, there should be some changes that would better, the neighbors in the program. So it's very important, and that's what makes her a good
You know what?
leader.
I would like to take the credit, but I can't, because this is just us listening to what the community has asked for. It's when community members come to us with ideas, there's no idea that I think is too crazy that I wouldn't bring to my board and say, let's try this. So a lot of these were born out of just partners and community members saying, hey, have you thought about, why not? The worst thing someone can say is no. If not, it's a yes, and we'll just move forward with it. So.
Yeah, you're listening and taking action. It's a pretty amazing thing to do for the community. Is there anything else in the programs that we haven't mentioned yet?
I think that is it so far. We're still growing. I foresee us continuing to grow.
Okay.
I see us offering more programs in the future, whatever that looks like. It takes a little bit of time to introduce our programs. I will say that, because it has to get approved through the House, and then it goes through Senate, because it's an act. So we're a special entity government agency, so we still have to go through all the channels to get the governor to sign off on any program that's not already written into the act previously. Okay. So, but we have some great elected officials that believe in our mission and believe in their communities, and they want to see the best. So making the most of the money that we have is our ultimate goal. So to put back into the community that gives so much to us.
For sure.
Yeah. And where is your office?
We are at 3234 North Central. So we're on the corner of Central and Melrose.
Okay.
Closest to Belmont.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And what is the numbers that people can reach you to get more information?
Absolutely. They can call us at 773-622-0700. Okay. They can also email us at info@nwheath.com. They can call and talk to myself, the Community Relations Coordinator. They can talk to Jasmine Mojica, our Program Coordinator. Or you can talk to Ivy Ellis, our Executive Director. Yeah, we're pretty much always.
I was going to say, we're always in the office, so it's one of the three of us.
Yeah.
So we call ourselves small but mighty, but you can talk to any one of us during the week. So.
Yeah. We're also, we'll be at Portage Park Farmers Market this week.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so a part of our community involvement, we do a lot of tabling events in the city to collaborate with different organizations. Hermosa Neighborhood Association. We have a bunch of neighborhood associations and chambers that we collaborate with also. And you should be able to see our ad, I believe, in the Jefferson Park Times this week also.
Yeah. Oh, and in the Natick as well.
And Natick.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're everywhere.
We're trying our best.
Yeah. You're out there. And I've seen you. I've seen your booth, and I've talked to anyone that's always there. So it's really great information, and it's a really great program. And hope that it continues to add more community programs, right?
Yes.
Because unfortunately, in Chicago, there's a lot of people that need help with their improvements on their homes.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes.
Right. So again, the equity program is incredible.
Yes.
I am going to shout it out.
Please
everyone.
tell people. We really want to grow our programs, so we really want to help people. That is what we're in the business of doing.
Yeah.
That's what we want to continue to do. That is our mission, again, our vision. So we definitely want people, especially home improvement loan program. You can't beat that. Like HELOC
can't
loans are
beat
so
it.
high right now. So when the
You
feds
can't
raised
beat
their
it.
rate, we lowered our rate. We
Yeah.
literally got together, myself, Marquette, and Southwest, and we said, okay, the feds raised the rates. Let's lower ours. And crazy enough, everybody's like, okay, let's do it. And so, yeah, we just did it. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you both live in Chicago?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, what do you love about living in Chicago?
So many things.
So I love the summer.
Yes.
So summer,
too.
summer is
Yes,
magical.
beautiful.
So the only other place I heard say summer is magical is New York, and I didn't feel it was as
It's
magical
not.
as Chicago.
It's not as magical, no.
So I do enjoy the summers in Chicago. We have very few months to just do everything, so it feels just like this big rush of just adrenaline from May till about maybe September.
Yeah, early September.
Yep. So
To get in all the festivals and
Yes, it's
events.
everything.
So many festivals,
Yeah.
so much food.
How about you, Laura?
So I love the music in the city.
Yeah.
Like even the smallest thing, like walking down the city block and hearing a Bucket Boy, or being downtown and hearing the
Yes.
jazz playing on the street corner. It just gives me chills every time. I'm such a fan of the city. That in combination with the food and the smells. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing more Chicago than Chicago in the summertime, really.
And I like to add, Chicago has some of the best landscaping.
Yeah.
If you ever looked at just our landscaping and how like just well manicured the city is,
Yes.
I really appreciate that. When you've traveled to many cities and you look at from our skyscrapers down to just how even the flowers they plant downtown, nobody ever pays attention. But I'm like, they switch these out
So
often.
well
They're-
manicured,
It's beautiful.
right?
Yeah, it is. So, our city is just hands down just very beautiful. So,
Yeah.
Well, I agree. I have to say, you're right about summer. You're right about music. I love the festivals because of the local music,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's like one of the best parts of the festivals. And yes, the landscaping, the architecture.
Oh, yes.
Incredible. We are very lucky we're very, very lucky to be living in Chicago.
yes. So many people are moving here now.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we have people moving.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of people moving in. Like,
Yeah,
it's a lot of-
they should come here. I mean, and we're welcoming though. When you think
Yeah,
about
we are.
Absolutely.
other states and other cities, Chicagoans are very friendly. We are not who the public has cast
No.
us out to be in
You know,
anyway.
and
We're
that's
so much
funny.
nicer than
We are
that.
so Midwestern, and people
Yeah.
don't realize that. We are
So
very Midwestern.
very
we are,
down homey, absolutely.
We're very corn people. People
Yeah.
don't realize we're like an hour away from a cornfield, so we're very Midwestern.
And culturally rich.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
hands down, because of all the amazing neighborhoods we have in Chicago. There's like, we could go on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wish people would come visit and just go. And I tell people,
Yes.
when you come to Chicago, don't just stay downtown. You have to go into the neighborhoods
should
Yes.
absolutely
and visit, because
explore.
every neighborhood has its own culture, its own flavor, its own flair, and you just get something out of each one. And it's just magical. And if you get a chance to really get into the neighborhoods, you really get to see the heart of Chicago.
For sure.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
for
having us.
asking.
Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate you being here. And thank you for everything you're doing in our community.
Yes.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you out in the field and the events.
You will.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about you for our real estate lunch and learn. Sometimes we invite realtors in
We do.
to talk about the
I'd
program. We treat them to lunch
And bring a friend.
Absolutely.
and bring your cameraman.
And this will be our second year doing it, so please bring as many realtors as you want. We provide lunch, information, just get ideas from you guys on what we should be doing,
Yes.
what the market looks like. So just having that information at our fingertips is so important. And
I love it. Do you know when you usually have them?
So yeah, we'll probably be doing it within the next 4 weeks for
Okay.
sure. Definitely within the month.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
Yep.
Yes, please send me the invite.
We
Will do.
will.
I look forward to it. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for listening today. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe so you can keep up with my latest episodes. You can find me on all social media platforms at Dahlia the Realtor. To reach me directly, call me at 773-879-4855. I'll see you on the next episode. Make it a great day.